Okay, so we're going out to Times Square, which I don't really like to do, but I'm doing it. Look at all these fabric shops. This is the fabric district here, where everybody, they make costumes actually for the opera and the Broadway and all of that. But as you can see, no one is allowed to make a living on this street because the government has said so. God forbid someone sew anything during the plague. I keep looking for bodies though. I haven't seen a funeral. Haven't seen anybody crying in the streets. I haven't seen a funeral procession. I haven't seen any ambulances taking people drastically dying to the hospital. I haven't seen anything like that. I keep looking. Maybe I'll go to, you know what, maybe I'll camp out at a cemetery tomorrow afternoon after I get off work and see just how many funerals are going on. I did walk by the morgue the other day. I didn't see anything. Maybe I could try to figure out to go in the morgue. I don't know. I guess I need a cover story for that. My acting classes will finally pay off, huh? That store can't get any business either. Man, it's sad to see this. They're gonna try to close all these local businesses so that you have to order everything online. Just more control. Another restaurant that cannot be open. Coffee shop. Nails. Can get your nails done. They should have shut down all nail shops with that fungus. Why don't we declare martial law over the fungus in the nail shops, huh? That stuff literally never goes away. You get that stuff on your feet. Alright, so we're across the street of here. And let's see how things are going. Maybe we'll get on this side here. Yeah, it's crazy. Normally this time of day, hope this guy doesn't catch the virus on his bike, because those viruses move very fast through the air. I don't know. All I know is if this is real, right? Like, if there's actually something actually bothering people's respiratory systems, in my opinion, it's probably some sort of chemical weapon, because that's what acts very quickly, right? You can't, when you have to depend upon someone's bad immune system to make them sick, that's a lot of variables you can't control. But, drop some mustard gas on people. It's like instantaneously, they're getting sick. So, to me, if people actually are sick and it's not just the normal flu that we all get here. I mean, God, when I moved up here, I was so sick in 2017. I had like bronchitis and I couldn't breathe, and none of the antibiotics were working. So I ended up going to my acupuncturist, and they opened up my airways for me, and I drank like 3 shots of whiskey. Took a hot bath and went to bed, and then I was better in the morning. I knew I was going to be all right. Look at all these gift stores and everything just closed down. Red Lobster, everything closed. So anyways, my theory is if people actually are getting sick, look all this. So normally when you see in front of a thing like an Aladdin or whatever, usually like lines of people waiting to get in. This place, Ruby Tuesday, is usually super busy too. So, I don't know. I really personally do not believe that this is anything more than the flu that we normally have, and now everyone freaks out if they have the normal cold. Instead of staying home, they go to the hospital, and then the doctors at the hospital freak out. They have to test you, and then, so as not to trip up their insurance, then, they got to put you in there and make you, you know, just have a miserable time when you could just be miserable at home. That's the way I see it. I do know someone, see here's some cops right here. I do know someone who is sick, but he's very ill in the first place. He's probably 100 pounds overweight and had a really bad accident, kind of like I did when I was in the Army, except for I didn't hurt anything internally. I just hurt my spine and my skull. But he actually had, you know, a lacerated liver and things like that, so he's always been sickly. Plus, you know, you got to try to stay in shape. If you're not well, I'll tell you what, stop eating and fast all that weight off, because being overweight, significantly overweight, not like 10, 20 pounds, being really overweight makes your life much harder and, you know, makes you susceptible to not being able to recover from a cold. Oh wow, this Walgreens is even closed. They're limiting the number of people who can go into that Walgreens. The sign says 10 people at a time can go into the Walgreens. Look at all these places shut down. It's pretty amazing. I've never seen it like this, I'll tell you that much. And I've been coming up to New York City since 1995 when I went to school up here. Well, I didn't go to school in New York City. Let's put it that way. I didn't get to have nearly that much fun. I went to the West Point Prison for Smart Kids and was locked up for 4 years. So, yeah, I got a lot of cops around here. Guess you can at least get good video. It's shut down. Nobody's making any money. This is like the time to come down to Times Square to have a nice date with someone. You don't get bothered down here. Well, I wish I had some money, or I'd give this guy up here who's brave enough to play the sax, I'd give him some. I don't think I have any. Let me check. See what I got here in my pocket. I like when people play music. Yeah, I don't have anything, darn. Oh well. Whoops. Next time I'll bring a little cash. I didn't bring anything. I wanted to kind of look as homeless as I could. I didn't fix my hair and I wanted to look. I didn't bring my wallet or anything because I didn't want to look like I had money. Because I have the sneaking suspicion that the looting and that kind of stuff is going to start here. Probably, if they keep this up in another month, I would say. You know? I figure I probably have another month worth of having a job because I'm always worried about winning new work. And if we can't win, if we can't build anything, there's not going to be much of a job for me. I guess I need to go back into building for the government or working on hospitals and stuff like that. We'll build another chemical lab, you know, another data center. And that's the thing. I started seeing data centers come across my desk back in 2006. Several of them. These multi-billion-dollar kind of building, you know, between 300 million and $1 billion. And I remember asking the guys I work with, I said, who do you think they're gonna spy on? Like, who do you think they're building this for? It's here, it's in Georgia. They're not spying on other governments. I was like, they're spying on us. What do you think all these data centers are? To like, and you know, of course, everybody told me back then that I was crazy and a conspiracy theorist and all of that. But you know what? It still doesn't make it false, does it? Still doesn't make it false. Oh, here's this Crown Plaza Hotel. We'll go over here, across this way. Ooh, this light. Over here, check out the Crown Plaza, see if those smaller hotels that were by where I went before, they're still open, but I didn't see anybody in there. Maybe like a few people. Let's look at these bigger hotels and see what's going on in there. See if they're making any money. It's pretty amazing how empty this place is. I don't know, these jumbotrons always kind of bother me. I don't know. Make me feel uneasy for some reason. Maybe it's just too much. Oh, well, Dos Caminos is open. If you like pizza. I think it's pizza. I don't know. Maybe it's Mexican. No, it is Mexican. Dum-dum. Never been there. You can't sit down though. Oh, but they do have margaritas. Definitely need them. Especially during these times. Oh, I don't think the liquor store's open by where I live. I could use some wine. I don't have any. Oh, well. Just think about the amount of money that's just hemorrhaging out of people's accounts these days. It's really sad. Well, here's Crown Plaza. Looks like they're doing some sort of facelift here. They actually had to make a law. Oh, see, look up there. See where that's, I don't know if you can see up in the brown. They need to fix that because that could hurt someone. They actually had to make a law here for people to fix their facades because bricks and things were falling off the facades and killing people. Thing I've noticed about New York, there's always some sort of scam going on here. Even worse than DC, which I thought DC was full of crooks. And then I came up here and got really, really enlightened. Funny. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Looks like it might be roped off. M&M's World is closed. Oh wow. What does this say here? Huh. Looks like they're shut down. Oh no, enter the Porte Cochere. Huh. Well, they're doing less business than before as well. Now, people have been saying that the virus is the Wi-Fi and that 5G is being installed in the schools whilst we're all not looking. I cannot confirm that. I know I've had 5G in my apartment for about, I don't know, since I moved in, so that's almost 2 years ago. I just thought of that when I saw that Spectrum guy. Maybe I should figure out, like, go over to a school or something and see what's going on there. Huh? Be a good idea. Well, I can definitely confirm that Times Square is a ghost town. From what, 39th Street, and we're up at 50th now. Beetlejuice shut down too. Caroline's Comedy. I've never been there. Although I do like comedy shows. Well, I'll tell you what, these metros are usually, let's go down in the metro here, or subway. I still say metro like I'm in DC. Let's check and see if there's anybody down here. You know, usually at this time, which is rush hour, metro is like super packed. Let's check it out here. Oh yeah, it is a ghost town in here. Wow. Yikes. Very few people. Okay, let's go over here towards, I just saw Radio City Music Hall. Go over there. I like the Radio City Music Hall. That was fun. Went to see the Rockettes this December. And the Capitol Grill over here in this area is fantastic. If you're ever in this area and they ever let us go out again and get out of martial law, I recommend happy hour at Capitol Grill at the Rockefeller Center. It's better. So, from what I see during the daytime, the police are just kind of looking at you. But at nighttime is when they start with their sirens and telling you can't be on the street and that sort of deal. They've been going back and forth under my balcony there since, I want to say, it was like Friday night when I started hearing that. And this is Tuesday. And they have like their vans and they're, going through and telling people to get off the sidewalk and go back into their house or whatever. Telling them also to stay away from the police vehicles, things like that. So, and this is Bobby Vans. That is a good steakhouse in DC. I don't know about it here. I haven't been. But in DC, it's one of the only decent steakhouses. This is kind of turning into where I like to eat. All these places closed. It's very sad. They're demolishing the economy. I'll go up here to this Radio City Music Hall, see if we see anything, and then I'm gonna probably sign off and just to walk home, and I'll come out tomorrow maybe and maybe see if I can see some of this. People say that the 5G is being installed. See if we can find it, or maybe I'll go over to like a cemetery and camp out there for a while, see if there's any. Actually, I should probably go to the cemetery on the weekend because by the time I get off work, nobody's gonna get buried at 6 p.m. So probably not. And then I should probably find some more hospitals or something. If y'all have any requests where y'all want me to go, let me know. I will try to make it happen. There's where the Tonight Show is, starring Jimmy Fallon over on the right there. I'll walk you past that too. Oh, I went in there the other day. I had a briefing for an owner before the world went to hell about a week and a half ago. Well, there's Radio City Music Hall. It's shut down, completely black. Some people out, but usually this time of night, it's like 5 o'clock. Usually right now, it is so packed here, trying to even walk or drive. It's pretty amazing. So there's where the Tonight Show is. NBC Studios. Sure, these things mean something. The light of the sun, of space. Genius seizing the light of the sun, the conquest of space, gifts of earth to mankind, the spirit of progress. Sure, those murals have some meaning that probably I don't even know. This is a very pretty fountain. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to sign off. This has been your tour for today. Y'all take care. Bye.